Okay, hello. I am going to be explaining how I stay organized in college. I think that everybody does something a little bit different for them, so I'm just going to be explaining how I stay on top of my work, what's worked for me, and maybe that can give you some tips. So the first tip that I have is to figure out what type of planner works for you. When I was in high school, I used just like a regular paper agenda, and I quickly realized that it just wasn't working for me in college. You have a different structure, a different workload, and there's just a lot more assignments in college. So staying on top of all of them and making sure that you're not forgetting something or figuring out when you need to start a certain project can be overwhelming. And when I first got into college, my first semester, I was very overwhelmed and I felt like I wasn't on top of any of my classes because I had no idea how to keep myself in track. So my friend was using a planner on her computer, and she actually showed me and was like, oh my god, you should get this. So it was this free app called Power Planner. I downloaded it on my computer and my phone, and that is what I've stuck to throughout college. I don't use a paper planner at all. You can put your classes in, the times of all of them, room numbers, all the class information, and you can put in your tasks and your assignments, and it has a whole calendar where you can put in events for each of those days, times. So at the beginning of every semester, one thing that I recommend doing is putting in all of your assignments into your planner. I've seen a lot of people do this, and where they'll get a Google spreadsheet and they'll put in all of their assignments, and it'll just be this massive list, and then they check it off as they go. Two other tips that I use to also stay on top of my work is I don't only use the Power Planner. I will take little sticky notes and I'll put them on base of my computer, and I'll write out a to-do list for that day. So that way it helps me plan out exactly the work that I need to do and what's most important, instead of just knowing that I have all of these assignments that are due. There's also a little sticky note app that I feel every computer probably has or has some type of version of it, where it's literally just a sticky note on your computer, and I will type just random notes in there, random things that a professor will say at the end of class, or things that I remember I need to do. What I also started doing, so I did this for the first time my finals week of my first semester of college, because I was so overwhelmed with the amount of stuff I had to do. I just made a Google Doc and I just put finals to do, or now when I do it I'll just put to do, and I literally put each day, and with the little check boxes I put of what I needed to do each day, and then I could check it off. Overall, I think it's just about finding what works for you. You will eventually figure out how you stay organized. I think every person has a different way that they stay organized, and everybody keeps track of their work differently. So I hope that these little tips helped and maybe gave you some ideas of how to stay organized. Stay tuned for my next slippery adventure. Bye!